Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Vesta 67's workshop. Welcome to issue number 76 of Build the Legendary Cyborg RoboCop from our good old friends over at Fanhome. Now, if you'd like to grab this iconic 1/3 scale Partwork for yourselves, head over to their website by following this link. There's a clickable version in the description below. Pop. And you too can have one of these on your bench. Let's have a quick look at what we've got in the history of RoboCop. This was an ambitious animated comeback. This was a RoboCop Alpha Commando. There you go. Voices of New Detroit there. Gives you a list of who was doing all the voices, etc. Some more work today on the left hand with more finger assemblies. So keep an eye on these, folks. All the details there on how these go together. And then this is going to start making up the hand assembly, ready to join on to the lower left arm. So we'll need that from our previous issue, folks, okay? It shows you how it's all going to go together, and then what we're going to end up with on our RoboCops by the end of today. You then got some more robotic augmentation of the body there, where you can have prosthetic extendable arms, uber strength and all of that lot. A beautiful rendition of a robotic heart there. Looks rather beautiful, doesn't it, folks? So it's this constant search we've got for a permanent artificial heart. And they've tried many iterations over the years and never quite cracked it. So that's the magazine done. So we'll grab all of our bits and pieces and get the rest of this hand put together. We'll then bring in our left arm assembly and we'll get this attached for you. Okay. Same process as before. We'll be marrying up each piece. So this is number 4 going together with number 4. So we'll press them into place like so. Simple press fit. They will go in. A little bit of a resistance at first to get the pegs to start lining up, but they will go. Just persevere it. And then just press it fully home, just like so. And then we'll be going into our little assemblies like we've done before. I've been ahead and pre-cut all the threads like I did in the last episode. So I've been ahead and done that. We'll grab a bit of oil and put it on the end of this screw, like so. Slide the spring on, and then we can start putting this finger together, folks. So slide the spring on, plenty of oil in there just to lubricate that up. And then we'll start putting these brackets together that form the knuckles. And then slide the screw in the bracket, like so. It will then engage the other side of that knuckle. And then we can screw that in. I'll just back that off a little bit, just to allow that to move, which is what we want, okay? And then it's a matter of repeating the process now with the next joint. Same bit of oil, grab another spring, just like so. And then line the finger up, making sure that the large hole is there so that I can guide the screw and the spring into situ. And then that's now starting to go through the finger. We can now engage that fully into place, just like so. And now back it up a quarter turn, just to enable that to have a bit of flex, just like so. Perfect. A little bit of swarf just poking out there. Get a shot of that coal. There you go. That's perfect. I'm happy with that. Think. So that's that. So that was number 4. By powers of deduction, this should then be number 5. which it is. So we want that one there. The number 5 is the pinky finger. Get that into situ. Grab our screw and put a bit of oil on her, and then put these knuckles together, just like so. We're going that way in because it's the pinky finger, it's the opposite way round. Helps if you put the spring on first, Colin, doesn't it, mate? Got ahead of myself there. There you go. Now we can put that on. Like that. Let that start going into place. And already that's engaged perfectly. I can now back that off a quarter turn until it's sitting nice and flush and the finger joint still moves. Like so. Okay. Let's grab this one. Again, bit of oil. Remembering to put my spring on this time. Like that. Spin that round that way. And then we want to go in through there. Just like so. Make sure that's in the other side, which it is. And then it moves, which it does. So we're happy with that. Let's go another quarter turn. Think. Perfect. So that is number 5. So that's the pinky finger. I'll just do a comparison. They should reduce in size, just like the human hand should. So that's that. That's that. We should then have that. And then that. That's the theory. You just want to check that one. They have got numbers on them, so it's going to do no harm just popping that apart, just so that I can recheck my number. Because I want to be double certain the number is on the inside, isn't it? That's number 2. That was correct. So we'll start getting the hand together now. So this is what we've got. So we now want to start putting our fingers in place, okay? So working from the smallest to the largest. We'll go like so. All the way across. And pop our thumb in. Just like so. Grab our screws. Put a bigger screwdriver bit in so we can pick them up. We'll grab a bit of oil on the first one so that we can try and get this hand going together nicely straight away. Let that flow right away along that thread, and then we can gently close off these knuckles, trying to retain everything in situ. Like that. Then we can get a screw in place. And we're going in these 2 holes just here. Like that. So that's the first one in. Can relax now. Then we can grab our second screw with a bit of oil. Just like so. And then go in this one. Like that. Now we can go around and tighten them up because the hand has bit the knuckles now. I'm happy that I can pick it up without any of the fingers falling out. So that's that done. We can now look at lining up these knuckles, just like so. And there's the thumb. Turn that round. So it does a thummy type movement. and then these all now work quite nicely doing their thing. Okay, so that's what we got there. We can then put on our magnetic hand cover now. There's already a magnet in there, and that just clips straight on the back of the hand like so. Okay, so that's that all sorted. We now want to grab our arm from our previous issue that we've been building up. You notice you've got the ball on the end there and you've got the socket on there, and it's just going to be a press fit into place. Now it's a bit of a resistance. You basically want to slightly loosen the joint support screws, so we'll just put that cover off. We can back these off a tad, which are these top ones. Back them off very, very slightly, and then we can now hopefully twist and pop that in place. Right, so slightly rotate them. Now, I think it's going to be more than slight. See if we can get that in place. Let's press the hand in. God, man, that ain't going, is it? Okay. No way is that going in. So let's get and see whether we can get any of this to conform, because that is no way is that going in place. Ding dong, oh, that's tighter than a proverbial, isn't it, mate? That ain't going on like that. So I'm going to strip my hand back down. Right. We are going to explain what we're doing. Right, you'll notice I've taken my hand back apart purely because in this section it says loosen off these two screws. I'll pop it on the ball and socket and it will fit. Now that is such a tight fit that I've decided to pop the hand apart and separate both halves of this. Put it on like so, and then clamp the hand around it and secure it in place that way. For me, that's the safer option. Now, you might be able to squeeze it yourself and get it to conform, but me personally, it just does not want to go on, so I'm going to do it in a way that I find easier for me. So let's grab this, and you'll see what I've done. I've undone one screw so this moves. You can then just quickly pop that in like that and then screw this hand on that way. I think that's the easiest and the safest option because I don't want to risk damaging my hand. So that's what I'm going to do on mine. So I've got the screw in place. We can then manipulate that across my knuckle and start getting that in situ that way. And that's attached the hand. I think that's a lot easier doing it that way round. There you go. See, and that's now put that hand on quite happily. Okay. For me, that just went on a lot easier, so I'm glad I thought that through. Now we can put our fingers back on, keeping them in the correct sequence, like so. Work our way along the hand. Then we can put this top casing on. Now we can get our screws in place. For me, that's a lot easier than the way the instructions told us to do it. So that's what I've done, because I was really concerned that if I didn't damage the hand, I would snap the ball off the end of the forearm, and then you've got no way of attaching it. So Do what's easiest for you, folks, but that's what's worked a treat for me. Let's put the screw in the proper hole, which is that one, Colin. There you go. Tighten them fully. Like so. We can spin the hand around so it's in the correct place. All the finger joints now work. Rotate the thumb so that it's in its opposing manner. And then we can put the hand cover back in place. There you go. Got to admit, that for me was a lot easier doing it that way, folks. Give it a try, but if you're struggling to put that hand in place, do what I did. Just pop it back apart and do it in the two halves. There you go, folks. So that is RoboCop's left arm complete. Don't forget, folks, if you'd like to grab this for yourself and build one of these along with me, head over to the Fanhome website. There's a clickable link in the description below. Pop. And you too can be building this wonderful, wonderful partwork. In the meantime, to help me out, you can just click little fester in the corner and subscribe to my channel. Helps me grow my channel and keeps it alive. Whilst you're there, ring the bell and select all to be notified of upcoming future content. Thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. I really do appreciate it, folks. Until then, stay safe and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now. Robo hand.